Martin, a boxing coach, smiles. You better learn to fight first. And then Clay took up training in Martin's gym, and he quickly showed talent. Even then, young Clay showed signs of the mindset that would define him. While other boys threw wild punches, Clay asked questions, studied movements, analyzed strategy. He was always asking why, trainer Angelo Dundee recalled. Not just how to throw a jab, but why throw it at that particular moment. As Clay moved through the amateur ranks, winning Olympic gold in Rome in 1960, what set him apart wasn't just hand speed, it was his ability to get inside his opponents' heads. In a sport that valued stoicism, Clay was revolutionary. He wrote poems predicting knockout rounds. He taunted opponents relentlessly. Every word, every action designed to make his opponents doubt and himself believe that he is the greatest, not as mere boasting, but as a form of psychological programming. His conversion to Islam and name change to Muhammad Ali wasn't just a religious choice, it was a declaration of a new identity, a mental framework that would be unbreakable. Psychological warfare, breaking Liston. Let's fast forward to where this story truly begins, Ali's pro career. Miami Beach, Florida. Cassius Clay, a loud, cocky 22-year-old, steps into the ring against Sonny Liston, the most feared man in boxing. Liston wasn't just a champion, he was a force of nature. They called him the Big Bear. His fists, like cinder blocks, his stare, cold enough to freeze opponents in their tracks. The odds? 7-1 against Clay. Sports writers called it a mismatch. Some feared he wouldn't make it out in one piece. But Clay had a plan. He knew Liston ruled through intimidation, beating men before the fight even began. So Clay flipped the script. He mocked Liston at press conferences. "You're too ugly to be champ." He showed up outside Liston's training camp, shouting challenges. People thought it was an act, but this was psychological warfare. It was all strategy, Ali later revealed. I wanted him to think I was crazy, unpredictable, out of control. By fight night, Liston was rattled, and when the bell rang, Clay didn't just fight. He danced, hands low, feet gliding, slipping punches with ease. Liston swung, but he was punching air. By round 4, he was breathing heavy, chasing a ghost, then controversy. Round 5, Clay's eyes burned, likely from liniment on Liston's gloves. Half blind, he begged his corner to cut his gloves off, but Angelo Dundee refused. "Get back out there." Then, the unthinkable. After round 6, Liston quit on his stool, claiming a shoulder injury. The monster, the unbeatable champion, was done. And Cassius Clay, soon to be Muhammad Ali, stood over the ring screaming, "I am the greatest!" The world was stunned. But Ali, he knew all along. Liston didn't lose to a stronger fighter, he lost to a smarter one. Ali's mental mastery went far beyond trash talk. He possessed a chess player's strategic vision inside a boxer's body. He once said, "People think I just ran my mouth, but everything I did had purpose. Every word, every move was calculated." While other fighters focused solely on physical conditioning, Ali was operating on an entirely different level. He used visualization techniques decades before they became standard practice. He would mentally rehearse fights in complete detail, programming his nervous system to recognize patterns, to respond automatically in the ring. Ali's chess match with Frazier. Okay, let's fast forward a bit. It's 1971. Ali is stepping into the ring against Joe Frazier in the fight of the century. This one's different. Frazier is a beast, relentless, tough as nails, a left hook that could knock down a building. Ali? He's coming off a 3-year exile after refusing the Vietnam draft. People are asking, does he still have it? And the fight? A war, 15 brutal rounds. Frazier takes the win by unanimous decision. But even in defeat, you can see Ali's mind working. He's absorbing, calculating. Before the fight, Ali did what he always did. He talked. He called Frazier an Uncle Tom, got under his skin, made it personal. Frazier was furious, and that anger fueled him. But here's the thing, Ali knew. He knew Frazier's style. He knew Joe would come forward, keep coming no matter what. So Ali leaned on the ropes, took the punishment, and waited. He didn't win that night, but he learned. He filed it away for later. That was Ali's genius. He was always 2 steps ahead, even when he lost. Now let's jump to their third and final war, Manila. This is where Ali's mental game hit an entirely new level by now. He's 33, past his prime. Frazier, still a monster, but he's older too. The heat, unbearable. But Ali, he turns it into a mind game. He taunts Frazier, calls him the gorilla, keeps that psychological edge, and in the ring, he plays it smart. Leans back, lets Frazier unload, wears him down. By the 14th round. Frazier's trainer throws in the towel. Ali wins, barely. Later, Ali admitted, it was the closest I ever came to dying. But he outlasted Frazier because he outthought him. He knew Frazier's pride would keep him swinging until he had nothing left. Rumble in the jungle. But Ali's greatest display of mental warfare came in the heart of Africa, against a younger, stronger, seemingly unstoppable George Foreman. In one of the greatest fights of all time, Rumble in the Jungle, Ali didn't just fight, he outsmarted history. He executed the greatest chess move in boxing history. Foreman, he's 25, undefeated. A human demolition machine. He just crushed Joe Frazier in 2 rounds, knocked him down 6 times, destroyed Ken Norton in 2 rounds too. His punches, like thunderclaps. Ali, he's 32. Coming off some tough fights, people are scared for him, legitimately scared. Writers are saying he might not walk out of this alive. Foreman's too big, too strong, too young. But Ali, he's got something up his sleeve. First he works the crowd. Zaira's a long way from home, but Ali makes it his turf. He's out in the streets, talking to people, winning them over. Ali, Bamai! Ali, kill him! Foreman's the outsider, and Ali makes sure he feels it. He's got the psychological edge before the fight even starts. Then in the ring, he pulls off the greatest trick of his career. The bell rings. Everyone expects the old Ali, the dancer, the phantom, but he doesn't dance. He goes to the ropes, leans back, lets Foreman come at him. Foreman's throwing bombs, huge, looping punches. Ali's taking them, absorbing them on his arms, his body. The crowd gasps. His corner's yelling, get off the ropes. But Ali, he's calm. He's talking to Foreman, needling him. That all you got, George? You hit like a sissy. Round after round, Foreman unloads, but Ali doesn't go down. By the 5th round, Foreman's arms are heavy. His punches are slowing. He's confused. Why isn't this guy falling? Ali's been waiting for this. 8th round. He sees the opening. Bam! A quick right-left combo. Foreman's spinning, crashing to the canvas. Knockout. The champ's back. The world loses its mind. That's the rope-a-dope, folks. It wasn't a fluke, it was a masterpiece. Ali didn't outpunch Foreman, he outlasted him. He knew Foreman's power was his weakness. Those big swings would tire him out if you could survive them. Ali took the risk, played the long game, and won. Pure genius. The common thread, Ali's mental blueprint. So let's step back and connect the dots. What do all these fights have in common? Ali's brain was the X factor. With Liston, he broke the myth of invincibility. With Frazier, he turned stubbornness into exhaustion. With Foreman, he flipped raw strength into a liability. He didn't just study his opponent's moves. He studied their souls. Liston's ego. Frazier's pride. Foreman's aggression. Ali found the cracks and exploited them. And it wasn't just in the ring. Outside, Ali was a master manipulator in the best way. He used his mouth like a weapon. I'm so fast I could turn off the light and be in bed before it's dark. I'm so pretty I can't possibly be beat. That's not just bravado. That's psychology. He made you believe he was untouchable. Half the battle was won before the gloves even went on. Fighters would step in already doubting themselves, wondering if this guy really was superhuman. Look at his adaptability too. Early Ali, the Cassius Clay years, was all about speed and movement. He'd dance for 15 rounds if he had to. But after the exile, when his legs slowed, he reinvented himself. Became the rope-a-dope artist. The guy who could take a beating and still come out on top. That's not luck, that's intelligence. He evolved because he understood the game better than anyone. Modern neuroscience helps explain Ali's mental advantages. Elite athletes process visual information differently, their brains showing enhanced activation in areas controlling spatial awareness and decision-making. Ali's self-belief and willpower. Ali's mental game wasn't just about trash talk, it was built on unshakable self-belief. He didn't just think he was the greatest, he knew it, long before the world did. When he shouted, "I am the greatest," after beating Liston, it wasn't hype, it was a truth he had lived since his teenage years. Look at the Foreman fight. Everyone thought Ali was doomed. Foreman was younger, stronger, a knockout machine. But Ali, he never wavered. His belief wasn't bravado, it was his armor. It kept him standing when Foreman pummeled him, when the Manila heat drained him, when Frazier knocked him down in 71. But Ali, he always got back up. And his willpower, just as legendary. During his 3-year exile from boxing, he stayed sharp, refusing to fade. Slower, yes, but tougher. He endured 15 brutal rounds with Frazier, outlasted Foreman in Zaire, survived Manila on sheer grit. In the Liston fight, when blinded in the 5th round, he begged to quit, but his trainer wouldn't let him. And Ali fought through it. Ali's greatness wasn't just about winning fights. He stood against the US government. He stood against racism. He stood against every doubter who said he couldn't do it. His self-belief didn't just make him a champion, it made him a force of nature. Now, I know some of you are thinking, hold up, his fists still did plenty. And you're not wrong. Ali's hands, fast as hell. Those jabs could snap your head back before you even blinked. He had power when he needed it. Just look at the Foreman knockout. But check the stats. Out of 56 wins, only 37 were by KO. Compare that to Foreman, who had 68 KOs in 76 wins, or Mike Tyson with 44 KOs in 50 wins. Ali wasn't a one-punch destroyer. He didn't have to be. He won by decision, by endurance, by breaking you down. His fists were the tools. His mind was the architect. So here's the bottom line, folks. Muhammad Ali wasn't just a boxer. He was a thinker.